In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a basic search in Art Bibliographies Modern. On the basic search screen, there is a box here and you can just put a search term in, click search, and there's a little peer-reviewed box here as well. But I'm actually going to show you how to do a basic search from the advanced search screen, which is just this tab next to it in the menu. The reason I'm showing you how to do a basic search here is because there's just a couple of other options that I'd like to show you that are really useful for improving your search, even a basic one. For the purpose of the demonstration, I'll put in the word feminism as a broad subject search. And what I wanted to show you are the drop-down option here. So the default on these boxes are anywhere, and that means that Art Bibliographies Modern is going to search for the word feminism anywhere in the entire document and in the item record itself. The problem with this is that it just needs the author to mention the word feminism once in the whole document for this item to come up. But the item might not be about feminism, it might be about something else, but the author's just used the word once or twice. So you could always do an anywhere search to start with, but if a lot of the results are not relevant, I would suggest changing that to this option here, anywhere except full text. That will look for the word feminism in the title, in the abstract, in any subject labels that people have given to the document, but it won't go looking through every single word in the text for your keyword. You can also see that in that drop-down menu you've got other options as well, such as abstract, subject headings, author if you want to look for an author, document title, publication title, so you can choose whichever options make sense for what you're searching for. We've also got this peer-reviewed button just here. If you tick that, that will limit your search to peer-reviewed items. Peer-reviewed items are items that have been through a process where other experts in the field have looked at the document, looked at the work, and they've been able to send comments back to the author on ways to improve it. So it could be, for example, they feel the author has missed out an important piece of literature, or they might feel that the author's arguments aren't very sound, or that some data has been misrepresented. So this is a way that really improves the quality of the work, and it ensures that you're getting academic scholarly sources. And I would say that if you're doing a piece of written work, particularly a dissertation, a large amount of your references should be peer-reviewed. You can also at this stage choose when the item was published, although I'll show you how to filter that in a second. And you can also choose things like source type, document type, language as well. For now, I'm going to keep it to feminism, I'm going to keep it to anywhere except full text, and I'm just going to do a search. So we've got 5,550 results from our search. Down the left-hand side, we have a variety of filters, so we can sort our results. We could limit to peer-reviewed here, and you can see that doing that brings us back down to 1,000 results, so that takes out a lot of additional items, but make sure that we're only getting the scholarly works here. Let's take that off. You can also choose which source type you'd like, so what type of thing you'd like to look at. Publication date, you can change that here, but you also get this handy bar graph that shows you roughly how much was published in different years. Publication titles, so you could choose certain journals, document types. Subject artist, so within the results you could choose a particular subject to focus on. Company organisation, location, so if geographical location is important to you, where things are coming from, that could be useful as well. Person, this could give you an indication of different people that are coming up in the results, so you could do further research on these people. And language. We've got our results in the middle. Let's look at the item record. So if we choose this one here, if I click on the title, I can see more information about that item. Important things to note from this page are that at the top you have all the information that you need to cite or reference that item. There is also a cite button next to it in the top right, but what I would say is that on the whole, even using the cite button where you can choose a specific style, you are probably going to need to double check and change the citation, because if I click on Harvard, if you've been asked to cite your work, for example, in Plymouth Cite Them Right Harvard, I can tell you now that Plymouth Cite Them Right Harvard is different to the way this has been written. So what I recommend is use the information at the top here, put it into the correct citation style and format it yourself. We've also got an abstract here. The abstract is a summary of the article, and it will give you an idea of what stance the author takes, what conclusions they come up with. It's not a teaser for the article. It's there to help you decide if it's worth reading or not. We've also got some other things you can explore underneath, bits of information, subject headings, etc. We've got related items. Related items could give you an idea of some other articles that are relevant to this article that you're looking at. And then if you want to read this item, rather than clicking Get Full Text, we would normally expect you to click on this tiny button here, SFX at UOP. Because this search will bring up items that we subscribe to and items we don't subscribe to, if you click on this button instead, it will take you back to Primo and tell you straight away whether we have access to this or not. So we can see here that we do have full text access and that we can choose either of these links to get access to this item. You might come up with a link. It may say that we have print copies on the shelf, in which case you just need to check the year of the article that you want and check that we have that year in stock. And if it says no full text available, then you know that we don't have access to this and you're going to have to find something else.